Welcome back to the Kashyap Take. So this is the SQL interview question and answer part 6. So let's start with the question. What is a view in SQL? In SQL is a view is a virtual table based on the result set of an SQL statement. A view contains rows and columns just like in a real table. So what is the use of view? View can join and simplify multiple table into single virtual table. View can act as a aggregated tables where the database engine aggregate the data, sum, average, function, etc. and present the calculated result as a part of the data. So what is the difference between the view and table? So a view is a database object that allows generating a logical subset of a data from one or more tables. A table is a database object or an entity that stores the data of a database. So what is the difference between view and select? So understanding the difference between a view and a select query is the correct. So a view is stored as a SQL statement in the database and can be reused, while a select query is executed once to retrieve data. When modifying view, consider the impact on an application that depend on them. So why is view used in SQL? View are generally used to focus, simplify, and customize the perception each user has the database. View can be used as a security mechanism by letting user access data through the view without granting the user permission to directly access the underlying base table of the view. What is the view and its type? So view are used to restrict the data access. A view contain no data or its own, but it's like a window through which data from table can be viewed or changed. The table on which a view is based is called base table. There are two types of view in SQL: simple view and complex view. So basically view, it's a one type of view which is uh, containing the uh, means multiple SQL logic like simple and complicated SQL logic which contain the inner join, subquery, etc., which are written in the view, and we are just calling the view as a to execute into the SQL statement by using the select query. Okay, so let's jump into the some of the example of the view, how it's look like and how we are creating. So you can see I have a some of the example of the view written here, like we are creating like we are creating the tables same as we are creating the view name as, and whatever query you have, it's a simple just select query, then type the select query. And if you have a multiple long 50 or 100 lines of logics written, then you can write into the view and just create it, and just you can call this view as a select query like we are calling the select table. So if I execute this, it will give this data, like whatever we have a data in this. See, if I execute only this select query, then it will give me only same data. Let's try to execute both the query. See, this is the both the same. Upper one is from the this select query, and this is second one is from this view. Okay, so I have another one example for this view. So this is the view which is I have already created in this database, and now I'll execute this select view. So you can see, and if I execute on the select statement, then see both the data is same. So basically, if you have any uh, SQL logic which is very complicated and very hard to see, and you don't want to show that SQL logic to anyone, then you can use create view and put all the logic into the view and create the view and just call it by the view name in the select star from view name. So basically it's a very means like if there is anything, it is very confidential, you don't want to show no one, just you wanted to show give the only the view name and whatever logic you have written into the view, it will be very keep in separate, means in as a secret way. Okay, so if you wanted to see where the view has been created, then you can expand this and expand the view. Then you can see uh, right now it's we active products, and you can see these two view I have created, and it is showing under this section. Okay, so hope you guys have understood. So we have some benefits as well, like I have written here, like benefit is simplify the queries, like hide complex join and logic, reusability, write once, use everywhere, security, limit access to specific column and rows, and maintenance, easier to update logic in one place. So hope you guys understood. So please share and subscribe, and if you have any feedback for me, just please comment. I'll review and